Hey guys, so I'm going to do a quick update while I'm waiting for my kids to go to school. This is going to be just real laid back. I want to update you guys on my healthy lifestyle change and like the Daniel plan and all that kind of stuff that I told you guys I wanted to implement for 2015. So for those of you who haven't seen my Daniel plan videos, I suggest you go back and check those out just so you know kind of what I'm talking about. My overall thoughts on the Daniel plan, now that I've done the detox and kind of stuck with it for a little while, was it was super helpful to me, someone who's not done fad diets or done any kind of like major weight loss program before, because it was really informational. It taught me what to look for in my food, what's good for your body, what's bad for your body. It really helped me to realize what I had been putting in my body for 29 years. And so if nothing else, if I took nothing else away from it, it would be that it taught me so much. It taught me how to read labels and how to be just conscious of what I was consuming. So I'm super appreciative for that, because that I feel like I will take away for the rest of my life. Something I will look at labels and see the content, what's in it, the ingredients, that kind of stuff. The thing that I had an issue with Daniel plan is that it was so restrictive. And I know that that's kind of the point, is to eat only good stuff and to clean eat instead of having all the junk and processed food and artificial sweeteners and all that kind of stuff. But it was too much for me for the first time trying to do some kind of lifestyle change like that. It was just too much. I wasn't planning ahead enough and preparing myself for this, so I kind of set myself up for failure. Now, while I was doing the Daniel plan, I lost somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds. I don't know exactly because I was silly and didn't weigh myself when I first started it, but I do know that by the end of it, I was down to a weight that I hadn't seen in a long time. So that was great that there was results there. I was happy with that. But when I had a bad day, or not a bad day, I would say, I didn't prepare when I went out of town on a kids' youth group retreat. And so I ate what they ate all weekend, and then when I came back, it was Super Bowl. So that whole weekend kind of just was a bad weekend, and then when I tried to get back on track Monday, it was back and forth. Like, one day was really good, one day was really bad. I'm like, oh, I'll start again tomorrow. Now, I never lost hope that I could do this. I did join the gym in the middle of February, and I was getting active. I wasn't eating the greatest, but I feel like I had cut back on a lot of things, and I was not following the Daniel plan at this point. By like the second week of February, I kind of stopped following that plan to a T. I had taken some things away from that, like I was eating more fruits. I was trying to eat less packaged food and less like high, like corn syrup and looking for MSG in my food, just all this kind of stuff that I was trying to make sure that I didn't have in my diet. But I was still not eating the greatest. And so by end of February, I weighed myself again, and I was back up to where I was when I first started. So that was kind of disheartening, because I knew it was myself. It was my issue. It was totally my fault. Like, I couldn't blame anybody or anything. It was totally my bad choices that got me there again. So a friend of mine suggested that I try Weight Watchers. Now, I had always wanted to try Weight Watchers because when my grandma yo-yoed her whole life. She was a smoker, but that was also a yo-yo for her. When she smoked, she was thin. When she didn't smoke, she'd gained weight because she would overeat. So she tried Weight Watchers when I was in high school, and she had a phenomenal transformation. Like, she, I think, lost a total of like 120 pounds, if not more. This woman was just, she blew my mind. Like, it was so cool. How she could do it, because she did it when she wasn't smoking either, which that was two huge feats for her, that she was able to quit smoking for that period of time, but also she was able to really maintain her weight. So I was very proud of her, and I wanted to do it when I got older, but there was always an excuse. The biggest reason I haven't done it in the last couple of years when I really thought about doing it was price. It is kind of expensive. In my opinion, it is outside of my budget. Technically, it's not something I should have in my budget right now, but I thought, okay, I'm going to give this a try, and I'm going to see what I think about it. So last Thursday, which was March 19th, I went to my very first meeting, and I signed up for it. I signed up just on a monthly basis. I go to the meetings, and I get the online package. So I did that, and I was nervous at first because the meeting I didn't feel like it had quite as much information as what I wanted. I wanted someone to completely break it down for me and kind of just tell me as if I was stupid, like tell me what it is exactly that was going on in this plan, or in this, lifestyle change and all that kind of stuff. So I went home and of course I YouTubed people. I YouTubed like Weight Watchers haul, Weight Watchers check-in, and all that kind of stuff. And I did feel like I was getting information I needed. So starting last Friday, which was my technical first day, because I didn't start Thursday night, I started Friday morning, like tracking wise, I started tracking my weight, or my progress, like my points and stuff. And so of course I picked like the worst weekend in the world to do it, because last weekend I went out of town with friends and we ate out basically every meal. But I was diligent. I'm like, you know what? Even if I'm making poor choices, I need to track this stuff so I know what is going in my body. So I did good. I tracked every meal. And my points for a day, my points plus value is 49. And then I get 49 flex points a week. So I can use those at any point if I choose, or I could choose not to use them. It's really up to me. So I tracked from last Friday morning until last night, which was Thursday, March 26th. And I used every single daily point and every single flex point. I was very adamant yesterday. I started my day and I was like, okay, I know that today's points are going to be gone, and I'm going to have to use some of these flex points. So my goal was to not go over my flex points, and to, after dinner, not eat a cupcake. And I know that sounds silly, but my downfall this week was when my husband has snacks for work and he leaves them in his area of our bedroom, where he keeps all of his stuff. I don't like Twinkies, but he's got a ton of Twinkies there. But he has the Hostess cupcakes too. And I like those, kind of. Like, they're chocolate. I'm going to eat them. So I had probably more than I should have this last week. And I was like, okay, I can't have a cupcake tonight. Like, I just can't do it. I refuse to go over these points. So I woke up this morning and I was kind of feeling like, okay, if I didn't gain, I'll be happy. If I stay the same, it's fine. But I didn't expect to see a loss at all, because I got 2 good workouts in this week and that was it, when I planned to have 4. So I already felt like I was kind of failing. I knew I wasn't going to give up, but I was kind of disappointed in myself. So I knew I hadn't been doing well. I've been eating the cupcakes. I hadn't been working out as much as I wanted to, or I should have been doing. And total excuse, but the first half of the week, my allergies were kicking my butt. So I really just felt like crap and I didn't feel like moving. Total excuse, like I said, but it is what it is. So this morning I get up for my meeting and I didn't eat breakfast before I went. I didn't have coffee. I didn't have anything because I was slightly afraid that if I had anything before the meeting that I was going to gain, or that it was going to affect my weigh-in. So I wanted a fresh slate for today. And so I went ahead and went to the meeting, and I step onto the scale. And for those who aren't familiar with Weight Watchers or never been to a meeting or anything like that, when you go there, there's a counter you go up to, and there's a scale at the bottom you stand on, and the reading shows up behind the counter where no one else but the person who's weighing you can see. So I stepped up to the scale, and she's like, how do you think you did this week? And she's like, how'd you do in your first week? I said, well, I don't know. I was kind of adjusting to it, and I'm not sure how well I did. Well, she filled out the paperwork, did what she had to do. She goes, I think you're going to be really happy with your results this week. I was like, really? She's like, yeah. So I was like dying. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I took my paper back to the area where we have the meeting, and I looked. Sure enough, I had lost 2.2 pounds. Like, how did that even happen? I was so flabbergasted because I knew that, yes, I stayed within all my points, but I didn't eat the greatest and I didn't exercise as much. So I'm still kind of spinning, like my head is just kind of whirling because I couldn't believe that I lost weight doing that. Now, I will say this, I don't plan to just eat like crap whenever I want as long as I stay within the points, because I don't feel like that's going to work for me. So I am going to make a meal plan for this next week and try to go a little harder, because that totally got me pumped up. I was so excited that I saw a progress. Now, my thing is I need to make sure that I'm not letting the scale reflect like, my worth or anything like that. But it was a huge motivation, and I'm going to say it was an ego boost. I was like, hell yeah, I can do this. So I'm going to make sure that I'm working out a lot more this week. My thing is I can't always get to the gym. It's not always feasible, especially this week coming up because it's spring break for my kids. So I think tonight my biggest thing I'm going to do is go ahead and look at like workouts at home, like on YouTube, but also on like Netflix or whatever. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated along the way. I feel like this is something that's really going to help me because I have accountability with my good friends who I'm doing this with, but it helps to have the meetings each week and know that I'm going to see a number on that scale. I don't want it to take over my life, as in like obsess over the scale, but I do know that that's kind of what I need. Is the motivation I got after I saw that loss today. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. How awesome is that? Because I'm seeing results. And so I want to do a whole nother video just dedicated to things that help motivate me, help keep me going. Workouts I do at home, like snacks I find, like I want to do that kind of thing. I don't want to add another video to Fridays because I already do Friday Fab 5. But Fridays are the day I weigh in. So I'm trying to decide how I want to do that. Maybe I'll just do a vlog style video every Friday to let you guys know what like my gain or loss was, but then throughout the week I'll do like a different video of like grocery hauls that are Weight Watchers approved, or like snacks or whatever I'm finding that are helping me, tools that I can use for the weight loss and stuff. So I will keep you guys posted for sure. I have to thank all of you who've been kind of supporting me, especially Jenny from Being Jenny Marie and Kara from Kara's Quick Tips. These girls are phenomenal. You guys have heard me talk about them before. They're super supportive. Jenny and I will do challenges on Fitbit, and it's so much fun because I'm a competitive person, and so I feel like if I'm doing something like that, it gives me a little more drive to succeed at it. And I feel like we can all have a healthy competition kind of thing in life, and it just helps to motivate us. So anyway, that's just a quick check-in, guys, with kind of what's been going on with me and my lifestyle changes that are happening and all that kind of stuff. He went to the gym with me on Monday, or maybe it was Tuesday, I don't know. And we had so much fun. Like, I loved showing him what I do. I loved him being there supporting me. And he is my biggest fan, and I love him so much. I'm just so glad that he was able to do that with me. But when we were getting ready to leave, there was a paper on the window of the gym, and it was advertising a 5K that's in May, a run or walk, and I will definitely be walking it. But it's to help a local animal like shelter place, and we are all about that. So we are going to walk that together in May, and I'm super excited. My friends have told me that once you do one, they're super addicting, and I do plan to do a color run, probably a walk, but we'll see, later this year. So I'll keep you guys posted on that as well. If you guys have any questions or any tips and tricks on Weight Watchers, pop them down below. I'd love to hear your guys' suggestions and helpful, ness. So thanks anyway for watching, guys. I know this video was kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Look for these kind of videos more often, as in like updates on my weight loss and my healthy living and all that kind of stuff. And until my next video, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.